So how can we simplify this said expression? When simplifying fractions containing sets at the denominator, it is usually more convenient to make the denominator rational. Now the denominator 2 root 5 minus 5 root 2 is irrational. To make this rational, we are going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator of this said expression by the conjugate of the denominator. Now given a said, say a plus root b, then the conjugate of this said is a minus root b. So basically it is the sign that changes. So how do we solve this problem? So given the said expression 2 root 5 plus 5 root 2 divided by 2 root 5 minus 5 root 2, we are going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of this said. So that's going to be 2 root 5 plus 5 root 2 divided by 2 root 5 minus 5 root 2 times 2 root 5, the sign changes, plus 5 root 2 divided by 2 root 5 plus 5 root 2. At this point, let's multiply across. So we have 2 root 5 times the whole of this, and then plus 5 root 2 also times the whole of this. So 2 root 5 times 2 root 5 plus 5 root 2 plus 5 root 2 also times 2 root 5 plus 5 root 2, all divided by 2 root 5 times the whole of this, 2 root 5 plus 5 root 2 minus 5 root 2 times 2 root 5 plus 5 root 2. Now let's further simplify. So we have 2 root 5 times 2 root 5. That is going to be 2 times 2 is 4. And then root 5 times root 5 becomes root 5 all square. The square cancels the square roots and we are left with 5. So that becomes 5. And then we move on to 2 times 5 is 10. And then root 5 times root 2, we have root 5 times root 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Times root 2 times root 5. Five times 5 is 25. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. So we have 25 times 2. All divided by 2 times 2 is 4. Root 5 times root 5 is 5. Plus 2 times 5, we have 10. And then root 5 times root 2 is root 5 times root 2. Minus 5 times 2 is 10. Root 2 times root 5, we have root 2 times root 5. Minus 5 times 5 is 25. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. Let's further simplify. 4 times 5 is 20. We have 10 root 5 root 2 plus 10 root 5 root 2. So that becomes 20 root 5 root 2. And then we have 25 times 2, which is 50. All divided by 4 times 5 is also 20. We have 10 root 5 root 2 minus 10 root 2 root 5. So we can cancel the 2. And we'll be left with minus 50, because negative 25 times 2 is negative 50. Now let's further simplify. So we have 20 plus 50, and this is 70. So we have 70 plus 20 root 10. Now root 5 times root 2 is root 10. We have this divided by 20 minus 50 is negative 30. At this point, we can factor out 10 and then divide through. So by doing so, we just cancel out the zeros. And then we are going to have our final expression as 7 plus 2 root 10, all divided by negative 3, which can further be simplified as negative into bracket 7 plus 2 root 10 divided by 3. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.